You think you're not ready to start a side business? Let's cut to the chase. That excuse exactly why you should launch one now. If you're counting reasons to run the other way, here are three blunt indicators. Ironically, they mean you are primed to begin. It's not about magical timing. It's not about the perfect windfall. It's about realizing that your problems are the clearest signs. These signs indicate that you need extra income and new opportunities. So let's shove aside the hesitation and get straight to it. The first sign is that you're living paycheck to paycheck, or something close to that grim reality. If missing a single paycheck would throw your life into chaos, guess what? You're already in a pressure cooker. Another week of financial strain is not going to make you magically safer. If anything, it is proof that you cannot afford to wait. Because here's the cold, hard truth: relying on that single paycheck is like walking a tightrope without a net. One accident, one illness, or one round of layoffs, and you're done. That's your perfect storm. Let's rip off the bandage. If you're freaking out every month about making rent, you need to face the facts. The same goes for covering your credit card bill or your mobile loans. Clearly, what you're doing now is not working. The small salary raises are not cutting it, and the well meaning budget tips, they're not changing anything. Enter the side business, especially if it is structured to let you work part time and scale up. Consider network marketing. Think about direct sales. Imagine any model that does not require you to cough up your entire life savings just to get started. It's not some rosy fantasy. This is a calculated moves to create some wiggle room in your life. You spend a few hours, yes, hours, hours that you'd have normally wasted scrolling online, learning how to share useful products or services. It is not complicated, but it is not a get rich quick scheme either. It's you deciding enough is enough. You want to replace that anxious sweat with tangible commissions. The notion of waiting until you feel secure is nonsense. You'll never feel fully secure. That's the point. People who act are the ones who stop living on fumes. The side hustle income helps you handle unexpected repairs. It also covers a phone bill that jumps right out of nowhere. You're no longer left gasping for air. That's how you regain control. The second sign is you feel stuck in a job that is going nowhere. You could be busting your ass for a boss who barely even knows your name, or you're cranking out reports in a windowless cube while wearing a wax smile that is faker than fast food cheese. There's zero upward mobility, nobody's handing out promotions, and you're basically a cog in a corporate wheel. Let's not sugarcoat it. That job could vanish tomorrow. Or maybe it stays put, but your mind shrivels from monotony. If any of that rings true, it's time for a brutal reality check. You're not just stuck, you're pinned under the illusion that a stable job is a guarantee. Spoiler alert, it isn't. The world is shifting too fast. If you're so restless that you hate the thought of another decade in the same role, you should consider changing. Even if you're afraid to jump ship, a side business can be your defiance against complacency. You keep your paycheck, sure, but you build a plan B in your off hours. Instead of droning through an evening of in front of a mindless TV, you hustle for yourself. That's the difference. You might work for a secure paycheck, 9 to 5. However, your future is built 5 to 9, or whenever you wedge it in. And let's be clear, I'm too busy is the lamest excuse. Everyone is busy. Everyone is juggling responsibilities. The important consideration is, are you willing to sacrifice a few distractions? Can you create something that actually belongs to you? If so, a decent network marketing platform offers this blueprint. You learn the ropes, you find customers or partners who want more for themselves. You teach them to do the same. It's not rocket science, it's leverage. You stop exchanging time for money and start stacking commissions that reflect your actual effort and leadership. Eventually, that can dwarf your salary, the one that you thought you'd never surpass. How's that for liberation? The third sign is that you're already selling every day without realizing it. That might sound absurd, but let's get real. You rant and rave about a must-see Netflix show, or you push your best friend to try a new restaurant. You get excited about a new pair of shoes. You post a pic on social media. You tell everyone how incredible they feel on your feet. That's selling, my friend. The difference is that you're doing that for free. You're effectively a volunteer brand ambassador. Why not get paid for that natural instinct to share what you love? That's all network marketing really is. You find a product or a program that you believe in. If you don't believe in it, don't bother. Then you tell people why it matters. They try it, they like it, you earn a percentage. If you decide to join the business side, you get an override on what they sell as well. No, it's not about bugging random strangers in parking lots. It's about authentic recommendations, like you already do. If the word sales makes you cringe, tough luck. You're already a salesperson. Everyone is, whether they realize it or not. The only difference is the side business that pays you demands you to be conscious of your efforts. That's it. Think you lack the chops to talk to people? You're wrong again. You talk to people about random stuff every day. If you're capable of human conversation, you're fully capable of discussing something you genuinely appreciate. No pushiness required. Just a normal chat about something beneficial plus the possibility of solving their problems. Simple. Financial tightropes are one of the signs. Dead-end jobs are another indication. The fact that you're already recommending cool stuff suggests, hey, you're actually ready. But let's hammer it in even harder with one final punch. You can start this part-time. You don't have to quit your job or risk the stability you already have. That's a great thing about network marketing. The overhead is microscopic compared to opening a franchise. It is also smaller than launching your own tech startup. You don't need to rent a building or hire staff. You leverage a system that other people have already built. Your work is to plug in and you start. Maybe at first you'll just make enough to pay for mboga or offset your car loan. But that is progress. That's an extra layer of security. Eventually, if you keep pushing, you can move on to bigger goals. Maybe you will retire that dreadful commute, or you might cover your rent entirely. Then you realize you're funneling an hour or two a day into something that's becoming a reliable second income stream. It may even overshadow your main paycheck, and that's really powerful. And let's be real, that's what extra money can do to your quality of life. It puts you in charge. But let's separate extra money from real financial freedom. Extra money might mean you enjoy dinners out, you take a trip, or you pad your savings. Financial freedom means you wake up whenever you want. You decide how you spend each day. You still have an income rolling in whether you're hustling or not. That level of freedom rarely comes from punching a clock or living in fear of the next layoff. It comes from building a business that earns around the clock. Other people, equally motivated, are also out there. They're selling and recruiting all within your network. Yes, that requires time, consistency, and the ability to handle rejection. People will doubt you. They will roll their eyes and act like you joined a cult. Let them scoff. You will have the last laugh when you're no longer shackled on the same paycheck blues they still complain about. You want to talk about risk? The bigger risk is staying in the exact same rut, hoping for a break that never comes. There's no 100% safety net in this world. Jobs come and they go. Trends shift. Entire industries crumble. Meanwhile, the side business you build is your own. Sure, it takes grit and maybe a thicker skin than you're used to, but no grit, no growth. Before you protest you're not just a business person, consider this. Many successful network marketers were once teachers, service workers, or people who did not even go to college. They had zero clue on how to launch a business. They simply learned how to follow a system. They told others about it. They got a few doors slammed in their face. They kept going and eventually they have soared. That's how it works. They refused to bow to fear or pride. So what is next? If this feels like a smack in the face, that's good. Sometimes that's what it takes. If the three signs we have just discussed apply to you, even one of them, then let's stop rationalizing your inaction. You can start small. Connect with me, who's already building a side hustle. Alternatively, take time, research a few reputable network marketing companies. Find a product line that genuinely fits your schedule. I will help you with that so that you can be able to speak about it with real conviction. Then follow the plan. I have a system already in place where we'll set micro goals for the next 30, 60, 90 days. Maybe it means contacting 5 potential customers each day, or it could be carving out an hour each night to learn this system. No, it won't be glamorous at the outset. You may face people's ridicule. I did. You may be exhausted after your day job. Do it anyway, just like I did. Real progress is not made by coddling yourself. It's made by deciding your future matters more than your comfort. And if you're still hesitating, think about this. The real danger is waking up 20 years from now, you could still be shackled by bills and regrets. Is that the outcome you want? Would you prefer to leverage some spare time to build another income stream? This can protect your family from the punches that are inevitable in life. The choice is yours. However, understand that not choosing is a choice in itself. This choice keeps you stuck in the status quo. So let's talk action. If these 3 signs match you, comment "New Start" below. Seriously, don't overthink it. That's your way of stepping forward and saying, I'm done flirting with the idea, show me how to do it. Because remember, nobody is going to ride on a white horse to rescue you from financial strain. Your MP, MCA, senator does not care about your financial situation. No one will save you from that dead-end job or the daily grind. You do the saving by creating a second stream of income that will eventually become your mainstream. You do it by acknowledging that your current stress is a wake-up call, not a sentence to be endured. You do it by acknowledging that you already sell things you love every day and no one pays you. You might as well get paid. Bottom line, you're far readier than you think. In fact, your so-called reasons not to do this are bright red arrows flashing. Now is the time. Trying to wait until you have zero doubt or zero anxiety is a delusion. Doubt is always there, every day. The question is, do you let it paralyze you, or do you harness it as fuel? If you even want the slightest chance at real freedom, financial, personal, or otherwise, you cannot keep ignoring these signs. So step up. Choose a side business with a replicable plan. Push past the naysayers and surprise yourself. You look back on this moment in 1 year. You will either call it the day you finally got off the fence, or you'll call it the day you doomed yourself to more years of the same. And if you genuinely want to change your life, you already know your choice. So let's stop talking and start building. Write new start and let's go.